And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright, fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us, breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride, talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go, Giants! Yes, yes, yes! Oh! Eric and Glenn breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
All right, welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live. Game 7 is upon us, Glenn.
Certainly is.
Toronto Blue Jays, Seattle Mariners. Blue Jays came back strong today, beat the Mariners 6-2. Some good pitching, fantastic defense. RJ, he summed it up nicely. I tell you what, those 3 double plays, 3 innings in a row. My God, hey, pitching and defense, Glenn. And hey, it doesn't help when you got some long balls, especially from one Vlad Jr. Holy shit, dude. That guy can play some freaking baseball. He's tied, right? Joe Carter and Jose Bautista for the most home runs in a postseason thus far. So how about that?
Sounds like you're cheering for the Mariners. What do you mean it doesn't help? It doesn't help. It helps a lot when you're getting the long balls, Eric. You got the pitching defense, and you're getting the bat and the ball. And don't forget, when this series ends, if the Blue Jays are victorious after Game 7, which goes tomorrow, no rest for the weary here, Eric.
Oh, yeah,
if
what time?
Blue Jays end up going to the World Series, you put this on the back of guys like Lucas, and Varsho, and Barger, and Miles Straw, Jimenez, trying to lay down bunts early. These are the guys that, you know what, the Blue Jays have and the Giants don't. Mm-hmm. They can hit. And what did you do? You put them around your big bats, Kirk and Springer, and of course, Vladdy. Yep. They got a well-rounded batting lineup, Eric. We don't. That's why they're 1 game away from the World Series. And I think, Eric, the more I watch this team, the more I watch them, they're going to compete with the LA Dodgers if they can make it. Meanwhile, somebody just popped into the chat, popped off about the Mariners pitching. Is it overrated? I don't even think it's rated, Eric. I think it's very adequate pitching at best for the Mariners. I don't think the Blue Jays have better pitching than the...
I think they do. And you know what's funny? I forgot all about Bieber earlier today. Because, I mean, Trey Savage is okay, right? He's okay. Gosman. Well, what I'm saying is because he's a rookie. And then, okay. I'm just saying, if they win Game 7 and they got to face the Dodgers, Trey Savage, I'm okay with Trey Savage, right? I'm okay with Gosman. I'm okay with Bieber. Scherzer, we don't know. But pitching, yes, is definitely going to be an injury. And to your point, what you're talking about, Glenn, I do think that Toronto right now has some better pitching than Seattle. And for whatever reason, you know, hey, it is what it is. But Toronto has a very good. Hey, look, and you're playing in Canada. Lou, what's up? Lou is enjoying some adult beverages at his local drinking establishment. He's watching both the Niners and playoff baseball. He says Rogers Center will be rocking. That is a fact. That is a fact.
And they've got artificial turf.
It's a hybrid, right?
They've got natural turf there, Eric. It's a turf field.
Isn't it like, yeah, it's a hybrid, right? It's not grass, but it's not the traditional Astro. It's like
little pebbles in it.
Synthetic shit or whatever it is. Fuji comes in, donates $2. Right on, man. Appreciate you, Fuji. Game 7 tomorrow. Now thoughts on Vitello. Okay, we'll get into the
Too
Vitello
early
talk
on that,
later.
Eric.
We'll get on the Vitello talk. I know yesterday was an absolute zoo on social media talking about the potential of Tony Vitello being the next Giants manager, but we'll get into it. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about that as well. But
What do you think of the crowd, Eric? We don't get. You can talk about isn't it funny no matter what city you go to? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the best fans. I think the Blue Jay fans are second to none, man. That place was rocking all night. It rocks like that during the regular season. It was. Oracle Park is never like that. It's always, we get a big out, Eric, and all I hear is sort of like, yay, like a very, very modest little yay. That crowd rocks.
I think towards the end of the season when the Giants were making a good run, the crowd was getting into it. It was because we felt like something was coming. But yeah, I mean, this is playoff baseball.
We knew what was coming, all right. We knew
it's playoff baseball.
Sports Talk Live.
When it's playoff baseball, the crowds are ready to go, man, ready to go, and it's great, absolutely. Let's see what we got in here real quick. That's it. Yeah, I'm not. Everyone's talking about Tony. I'm not going to get into that yet, but anyways, I mean, it's just, hey, Trey Savage again, because remember, he had a fantastic game against the Yankees. Boom. What was that, like 11 strikeouts, and he was just on fire. His second postseason game didn't go as planned. I think he gave up 5 earned runs, if I'm not mistaken, and he didn't last too long. Today's game, to John Schneider's credit, he left him in there. I think he probably could have, look, he had 2 outs. I think you didn't have to go to Varland yet. Because what happened? You wind up getting a run. That run wind up scoring anyways, man, on that little dying duck that was hit by, who was it? Was it Suarez? He was rounding first base and he tripped and freaking Arozarena. Boy, that guy was a flash. He was gone, man. I was like, holy crap. And I was like, oh, it's getting interesting. But I think he could have left Trey Savage. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is Trey did a pretty good job today. He recovered from his last start. And look, it's and with the good pitching and the great defense and, of course, the timely hitting and the hit for power, it was enough for the Blue Jays, man. And it looked good because that last game, that game 5 in Seattle, that was kind of that one was tough, right? For the Blue Jays. John Schneider, you're saying he's still feeling the effects from fans, right? I heard it too. When he went out there and got Trey Savage, I was talking to you in the green room. You could hear the boos raining down on John Schneider, man. They don't like their manager, man. Now let's see what happens. Are they going to change if they go to the World Series?
Who knows?
What do you think? You know how that goes, man. You go to the World Series and sometimes all is forgiven, unless he does it again in the World Series.
Dude, I was waiting for him. I was messaging my dad. I said, if he goes to the bullpen and does one of those managerial moves where he goes, you know what? You bring him right back in. He makes amends. Yeah. If he had done that, man, the roof would have encaved in that place. It would have imploded. I could have seen him doing that too, Eric. Let's bring him in for the 7th. We'll go with him. But anyway, I think he played it out the way he had to. He should have done what he did tonight, Eric. That was your maneuvering in game number 6 or number 5. I'm getting 5. Lost. Why he didn't do that, it's still unknown.
That's fair. And hey, look, right? And this is something we could get into a little bit later when we start talking about managing.
Somebody asked about the Mariner, Dan Wilson. Did he use the bullpen? I thought dude, they were down 4-0. It wasn't getting totally out of hand, but they weren't getting any bats. They weren't scoring any runs, Eric. So I thought
the rallies were being freaking obliterated by the double plays. And to Dan Wilson, I mean, you can't go to the bullpen. Their bullpen has been devastated. Yeah. Devastated, right, RJ?
I think he's a good manager.
He's okay. And I think in that last game, I thought he pulled was it Kirby that went last time? I think he went and got him with we only had 50-something pitches in the game, and he went out there and he got him. I was like, I didn't like that.
I think Dan Wilson set up his bullpen for tomorrow night, Eric.
That's what I'm thinking. He knows that this isn't I mean, you got to win. Don't get me wrong. You want to win the game, but you also don't want to totally obliterate your bullpen when you very well may need them tomorrow. And according to ESPN right now, there is no pitching matchup. So maybe we get it later today or maybe tomorrow. So
they're all scared.
I'm not going to blame Dan Wilson on that one, just for the simple fact. Yeah, you're gonna. I
think it's going to be. You'll see Bieber start tomorrow night.
I don't know who would go for. Would it be Kirby? I guess it. I can't remember. I can't remember who went on. What was that, Friday? Well, who went on Friday night? You got Gilbert, you got Kirby, you got Castillo.
Friday night's game, that was Miller.
Miller.
Innings.
So it very well might be Kirby. Or is it Wu? I don't think it's going to be Wu, right?
Castillo went Thursday.
Yeah, but he only went 2 innings though. So he's fresh.
And,
so I got
Kirby,
a feeling.
Yeah, the last time it would have been Kirby and Bieber hooked up.
So it's going to be Kirby, and then if they got it to make a quick hook, I bet you it's Luis Castillo.
And Kirby didn't do well. That was the game 13-4.
Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. Broadcast said Kirby Bieber. All right. Well, there you go.
That's what I anticipate, Eric.
And then I think Luis Castillo is going to be the guy that gets the call, so to speak.
How about the guys stepping up at the plate, Eric? We got, you know what? Everybody contributes on this Jays team. The little guys get on, and they did it again tonight. And look at Vladdy, 4 for 4, scored 3, had an RBI. And George Springer, you can tell. Did you see some of his swings late in the game? That his
knee is not healthy.
He was 3 for 6.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody contributed on this team. Was there anybody who didn't get a hit? Okay, Santander, 0 for, coming in off the bench. Straw off the bench was 0 for. And
that's it. Everyone else had at least a hit.
Kiner Falefa.
And here, I think we're gonna get into Tony. I promise you guys, we will get into Tony talk. Tony talk is coming. I promise you. We're just getting the post game out of the way.
Jeez,
I know everybody is chomping at the bit that want to talk about Tony Vitello. So, but look at you're talking about Ernie Clement had 2 hits. Barger had 2 hits. Guerrero, of course, 2 hits. Lucas had 2 hits. So, yeah, you got some guys that.
Do you think this hitting, do you think these, I think
it's contagious.
The Blue Jay hitting, you're talking about pitching, but I think the Toronto Blue Jay hitting.
Yes.
Is up against the LA Dodgers.
And the key is don't go into a slump because what happened between the wild card, I should say the DS and the LCS, they had a little bit of a break, and then they came out looking pretty damn rough around the edges, I guess you could say, rusty, because they remember the first 2 games in Toronto, they weren't hitting. Then they go to the Seattle, talking about the Toronto Blue Jays, and then all of a sudden the bats started waking up. You're going to have to put the pressure on the Dodgers. Okay, let's talk about this. Look, it's game 7. We don't know. Let's talk about it. If it's the Blue Jays, do they have a better chance against the Dodgers than the Seattle Mariners? I think they do.
I think they do.
I think I like the Toronto Blue Jays matching up against the Dodgers. That being said, it's gonna be a fight. It is, man, because the Dodgers, man, they are just absolutely freaking rolling, and they got everything set up. I mean, it's
before we started all these shenanigans, I had the Blue Jays and the Dodgers in the World Series, Eric, and I had the Dodgers winning. I still you gotta lean toward the Dodgers. Dodgers are the best team in baseball.
Yeah, right
Blue
now
Jays, they win 99 games, Eric?
94. Dodgers won 93. So if Toronto wins, LA's got to catch a flight to Toronto sometime during the week because game 1 isn't until next Friday. Yeah.
Isn't that hard to believe, Eric? Isn't that hard to believe that the Toronto Blue Jays have the home field advantage if they win? Wow.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of people are watching these ball games. They're going, Gerber, baby, Gerber. Who's he? Who's Yasevich? They don't know these guys, Eric.
No.
These are not household names, but I told you before the playoffs started, I think it was the day their first game. We did our afternoon show, and the term I used to you, I said, Eric, I phrased it like this. Come World Series, if the Jays are in it, people are going to know those names.
Yeah, that's fair. And that's good. That's good for the Toronto Blue Jays, right? It's good because now you're going to get the national attention. I mean, yeah, you're on the East Coast, so you get a little bit more than you do on the West Coast, but it's going to be something, man. You're going to be prime time, baby. So I hope that they step up because, look, I'm rooting. What's up, Armand? I'm rooting. Root for the Blue Jays because I can't root for the Dodgers. It's a blue team. It's a blue team, but it ain't the damn Dodgers. So, yes, I will be rooting for the Blue Jays if they make it. If the Seattle Mariners make it, I will be rooting for the Seattle Mariners. That's just the way it goes.
That's just the way it is. Some things will never change.
Bruce Hornsby had a freaking great voice. Didn't he?
There you go.
Didn't he? Canada versus the evil empire of LA. That is a fact.
The evil empire.
That is a fact. But it's good. Hey, it's Game 7, Glenn, and nothing is better than watching Game 7, no matter what sport it is. Baseball, it's just that there's something I love about it. Hey, it's the game I love. So it's
and you mentioned it earlier, but the Jays got off to the early lead in this game, and didn't you say? Look, back-to-back errors. You had the fumble, Butterfingers out in center field. The broadcaster in Toronto said he kicked it. Well, I guess that's if you want to say he kicked it, he kicked it with the glove. And then Suarez, known for the bat, obviously not the glove. Man, he had an easy play. He was looking at second. He didn't have to. I don't know what that was all about, but they cost themselves the game early, Eric, the Seattle Mariners.
I tell you what, if you've ever played MLB The Show, Matt Vasgersian, he does some of the voiceovers on the game. And one of the classic lines when you play MLB The Show, it's been a while since I played. I don't know if it's still in there. If there's an error or someone bobbles it or does something stupid in the field, you hear this thing come across. You hear Matt Vasgersian come across and says, he botches it. So I say that every time. Every time I see an error, I go, he botches it.
Does it have anything to do with bocce ball?
No.
No, okay.
Bocce. And then, there we go.
Bruce Bocce.
MV's like, bring back Matt Vasgersian.
Matt Vasgersian, one of the great voices in baseball.
Yeah. Santa Maria. Yeah.
He's top 5. He's top 5 in my books.
But man, I tell you, it's good that the Blue, because I said this, right? When you go back to Toronto, now you're in the friendly confines. It didn't work in the beginning of the series, but now they're rolling, and momentum is on the Blue Jay side. And again, momentum shifts, right? Glenn, this is what I love. First 2 games, it's all Seattle. Games 3 and 4, it's all Toronto. Game 5, it's Seattle. Game 6, it's Toronto. Uh-oh. Yeah. What's that mean for tomorrow? Is it flip back to Seattle, or does Toronto keep going? It's going to be fun.
Well, riddle me this, Eric. Let's go back a week. Let's reflect. Mariners up 2-0 in the series. Did you think we'd be playing a Game 7 Monday night in Toronto?
No, I did not. I thought at the most Game 6, right?
I thought we'd go to 7. I still think Toronto with the home field advantage. I think pressure's huge, dude. Mariners. Pressure's on Seattle. My buddy Scott's up there watching the games too. Scotty, chin on those Mariners. Poor guy.
I tell you what, it's gonna, and look, and this is where you gotta, because everybody's adrenaline is gonna be through the roof. You're gonna have to be able to control that, right? Especially the pitcher, man. If you don't have it, man, there's going to be quick hook. Tomorrow is going to be the day of quick hooks. If you ain't got it, dude, here it comes, man. That big hook. Yeah. Back in, what was that, vaudeville days? You were messing up on stage. They ripped you right off the stage with the hook. And I got a feeling we're going to see that a lot tomorrow. If the pitchers ain't got it, and look, it's going to be all hands on deck.
For both clubs.
All the pitchers. Oh, starting pitchers, everybody is going to be in the bullpen.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you can afford to do that, Eric. You could see Gosman throw an inning. You could see everybody but yourself, really, because they get a basically 5-day break.
Yes, you do.
So it's
going to be
pull some strings behind that curtain, Eric.
It's going to be something. Hell, we may even see a pitcher with a bat in his hand. We may see a pitcher with a bat in hand. I still think it's too early to go to Brandon Little again. I got a feeling he's going to be the last. What if it comes down to Brandon Little? What if it has to come down to him? What if you're in extra innings and you're out of arms? Oh, boy, man. I tell you what. I see Anthony. Hey, what's up, Anthony? He's a longtime Blue Jays fan. He comes in here often. But and here's another thing, guys. A little bit of Tony Vitello. There will be no announcement tomorrow. As long as these games are being played, there will be no announcement. Tuesday to Thursday, there may be an announcement. If they come to terms with whoever, it may be Tony, it may be somebody else. Who knows? Don't expect any type of announcement tomorrow. So don't be freaking out, guys. Just give it some time. The announcement is eventually going to show up. So as long as this ALCS is still continuing, there will be no.
Want to get it over with? Want to get it over with, Eric?
Yeah, might as well. All right, guys.
Tony Maselli.
Yesterday, Tony Maselli. Who the hell's Tony Maselli? Yesterday, the Twitterverse absolutely blew up. Those who follow the San Francisco Giants. Word was coming down. The San Francisco Giants are looking to complete the process of hiring Tony Vitello, the University of Tennessee's baseball manager. So everybody was going apeshit all over this. It's one thing that has been missing from Twitterverse that I've noticed. All these people who are saying it's going to be Nick Hundley. Glenn, right? That's all we heard. It's Nick Hundley. It's Nick Hundley, guys.
And watch, it still could be.
And guess what? No, it won't be, because what did Nick Hundley do?
He pulled out. He's going to go to
he said no.
He's going to go to San Diego.
He said no to the San Francisco Giants, guys. For all your Hundley guys out there, look.
Better options, Eric, than coming to this.
He decided not to come to the San Francisco Giants. They say personal reasons. Okay, whatever. But it's still not coming to the San Francisco Giants.
Personal reasons, yeah. I personally don't want to go there.
Well, look, and this is something that we're used to as San Francisco Giants fans. Guys, for some whatever reason, are denying the San Francisco Giants. Okay? We don't know. But everybody was hot and heavy. No one is saying anything about, I guess I wonder why Hundley. No one's saying that. Everyone's jumping on the Vitello bandwagon. Like, this is the guy that is going to be the savior. Literally. He's coming down from the heavens to bless us Giants fans. And I don't get it. I honestly don't. Here's my thing, Glenn. Well, you know what? Let me hear you. Let me hear what you have to say, because I'm probably going to go on for a little while. What do you think of this?
I can't keep up with the chat. I'm trying to read the chat and listen to you, Eric. And I mean, Insane Sports Takes. He's got like happy fingers tonight. He's fighting with people, yelling at us.
He enjoys communicating. That's good.
He does, but keep it real. So yeah, this is what happens, Eric. If we could go back and reflect in our chat, all those names have been thrown about. You'll get somebody in the chat who's like, it's Nick Hundley, it's Nick Hundley. I told you it wasn't going to be Nick Hundley. See, dude, they come in.
But I'm not about that.
They come in and they go out so quick. One week, it's all like you call it, the Twitterverse. 1 week, it's already decided, Eric. Well, where are all those people who were claiming that it was already filled with one Nick Hundley? All of a sudden, I'm not hearing from them.
No.
Vitello, I have some concerns, Eric. The fact that I'll answer it and then just quickly throw it back to you. Buster Posey came out publicly and he said on KNBR, he said, I'm ready to win now. I want a manager who's ready to win now. We're talking about hiring a manager as no professional managerial experience to come in and win now. And may I add, Eric, something you threw out at me in the pregame before we went to air. He's throwing bouquets at some of his former players who I don't think are going to lead this team to the promised land. So what say you to that?
Well, I'm going to tell you something, and I see a lot of people, and I see this in Twitterverse as well. I see he's going to bring excitement. He's going to it's going to be different. These are major league players. They don't need to be rah-rah like they do in college. I'm sorry. It's different. College baseball is different than the major leagues. Now, granted, does he have baseball knowledge? Sure he does. I'm not questioning that. What I'm saying is, what is he going to be like can he handle an MLB clubhouse?
I don't want him to act like Drew Gilbert. You talk about professionalism. Look at the antics of Drew Gilbert. Like, come on, you can't have a manager who endorses that foolishness, Eric.
And that's the thing. Yeah, you get away with that in college. These are young guys. First time away from home. You're dealing with 18 and 22-year-olds, right? And jumping from college to the major leagues is huge. You're totally as a manager, you're totally bypassing even the minor leagues, right? You're going straight to the major leagues. This is something that isn't just, you just don't go, you know what? Here's your major league job as a manager. And then here you go. Have at it. For me, and this is me. And then look, I'm talking specifically as a traditional manager who has their hands in everything. I'm going to go into something a little bit different, talking about the way baseball is going, because the days of the manager having their hands in a lot of things is kind of going by the wayside. They're almost like just a figurehead out there and just saying, well, what's the list say? Okay, I got to do this, 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 and this. And then the job is done. You're basically out there just, hey guys, keep going. But no, for me, I don't like that. I'm going to tell you something. I want a guy who understands the game at the major league level, dealing with men at the pinnacle of their sport. There is no better baseball players than those who play in the major leagues, period. End of story, right? And I want a manager who's going to go out there and know, as far as when you're setting up the lineup, who are you going to go to in the bullpen? Or is that all scripted out for you? I don't know. I just don't see. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. But the whole rah-rah crap, I think it works in college. But is it going to work in an MLB clubhouse? I got a feeling that would get a bit old if someone is constantly just harping on you. It's 162. And then let's not forget, college baseball seasons. You know how long a college baseball season is? It's not even 60 games. It's not even 60 games. I think it's like 55, 56 games in a college season, not 162. And on top of that, the game, it just doesn't end. You know, it's a year-long thing, and I'm sure it's the same in college. And another thing I keep seeing a lot of people talking about, oh, he's going to be able to go recruit. He can recruit. No, he can't recruit. This is the major leagues. These aren't high school kids. You're not sitting in their living room convincing a high school kid to come play for Tennessee. Yeah. You can schmooze them. You can promise them all this stuff. And guess what? It's up to that player to say yes or no. When you're drafting from the MLB, guess what? Oh, we're the 10th pick. Okay. Let's see if we can get them. Right? Let's see if we can get them. Maybe we can move up in the draft. There's no schmoozing. They're racked and stacked already. You cannot convince someone in the major league draft to come play for the San Francisco Giants. And that's the thing. Yes. You know what? To be honest with you, if he is that good in identifying talent, well, then maybe make him part of your
scouting.
Head of scouting. There you go. A farm director, someone who knows how to deal with the young guys. Maybe that's a good spot for him. Now, would he want to leave Tennessee for that specific job? Probably not. So, I mean, this is just me. This is Tony Vitello coming to the Giants, my opinion only. That's it. I don't like it. And then again, that's just me, and that's just my opinion.
Let me ask you something, Eric, about Vitello. So once his name got thrown out there, you and I were just like, nope, doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense that can't happen. No. Now everybody, all of a sudden, Everybody who's cheering on the San Francisco Giants, Eric, know his background. Oh, I've been following this guy for years. I know what kind of manager he is. Come on, Eric. Everybody's just jumping on a bandwagon of like the flavor of the week, as Lou would like to say. He's the now. Where's Nick Hundley? Oh well, he's here now. Vitello's the flavor of the week. If another name gets tossed around Tuesday morning, Eric, that'll be the flavor of the week. Everybody be saying, "Oh, that's maybe the guy we should be looking at." I got to tell you, Eric, as a big baseball fan and a Giant fan, if you had asked me 3 weeks ago, Glenn, I'm glad you didn't on the air either. Okay, give me your background. What do you think about Vitello? I'd say, who the hell's Vitello? I don't know. Now everybody's a goddamn expert when it comes to Vitello, Eric.
I know. Out with the old Hundley, in with the new Vitello. I know. And then if he doesn't for some reason sign, then it's going to be somebody else. Okay, I got to get to this.
I see guys in there. Well, he's going to want him. It's going to be a rebuild time because he's going to want his own guys. What? Nobody knows what kind of manager he'll be at the major league level because we don't. Buster Posey doesn't. This will be big brass balls move if he hires him.
It is. And tell me this, and I want to get to D-Shot. How come it's never been done before? How come a college manager has never came to the major leagues? How come, right? How come there hasn't been a guy who was specifically college and went straight to the MLB with no MLB experience whatsoever? Whether a player or not. Oh, whoa, hold on. I got to get to this first. Hold on. That's not it. Where the hell did it go? There. Melvin had a shit ton of MLB experience. I will take experience every single day over someone who has absolutely no idea. It may work. It may not work, but I will take experience every single day. I am not going to hire someone specifically because of vibes. And don't get me wrong. You got to have the right attitude. There's no doubt about it. I'm not saying that that's not important, but I will take experience every single day. Every single day. JB donates $5. Thank you. Our friend from down under. Needs job to get experience, needs experience to get a job. The philosophy can end up with trash employees. Find the right individual for the role. That's fair.
Are you telling me there's no minor league managers, Eric, who've worked their way up?
Are you telling me there's not MLB managers who don't have a job right now that can't fill the job? That's all I'm saying. I don't know, man. I don't know. Look. No one's writing this to a certain extent, right? We're just all giving our opinions. If, to your point, Glenn, if Buster Posey is out there saying, I want to win now, I want to go to the playoffs, but then you go out there and you go and hire a manager who has not one lick of MLB experience to lead that way, that's tough. I'm sorry.
It just flies in the face of what he has said, Eric. And that has happened a lot during this season. Buster says one thing. Well, I'm going to give my manager, he's got my vote of confidence. He says one thing, Eric, but it's not always the way it plays out.
Yeah.
He's my superstar. We don't have any superstars.
We'll see. Yet. NorCal, you're spot on. Yep. Open-minded of at least to give, but yes, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I just don't like the move. That's just me. If we're talking about winning, right? And you're talking about playoffs and you go get a guy who has absolutely no idea about MLB baseball. I'm not saying he doesn't know anything about baseball. I'm talking about the experience in the major leagues. There's just got to be something. There's got to be something there. And I don't understand. For me, I just don't understand it. It's just different. It's different, man.
This offseason, if Buster Posey puts a lot more Major League Baseball talent on the field. Here's the thing. Then it may work out. You never know, Eric. If you surround Eric Romo's the new manager, and here's his all-star team, well, I mean, it's going to play out.
Hey, let's talk about that. And right, a lot of this, a large portion of the success of a team is what? The players on the field, right? The players on the field. Look, Glenn, let me pick somebody out here. Alex Martinez.
Greg's probably saying I'm wrong again, but I don't know. I got to be rolling with it. I'm bringing it tonight.
I'm going to bring Alex Martinez. He says, Vitello doesn't even have MLB experience as a player as well. Yes, MLB is completely foreign to him. Yes.
True.
You know what? Alex, I'm going to talk to you. I don't know who you are, but welcome to the fraternity we call Giant Sports Talk Live. But I'm going to pick you on a little bit, not in a bad way. You could go manage the Los Angeles Dodgers. Yes, Alex, you could go do that. You know why? Because the talent that the Dodgers have will make it really easy to be the manager of the Los Angeles Dodgers, right? To a certain extent, right? I mean, it's a lot of it has to do. But the thing is, the Giants don't have that type of roster. There's going to be a lot of managerial influence in the San Francisco Giants because of just the way that they're currently constructed. That's just the way it is. I don't know, man. I've been seeing a lot. Now, today was a lot more quiet because there's no news, of course. Joshua, he says, are we looking at a Kapler 2.0? Well, and here's the thing. He's not going to be Kapler in his, let's say, his social, what do you want to call it? Outside the diamond. Let's just say that. He's not going to be Kapler outside the diamond. Inside the diamond and on the field, I'm afraid. And look, and this brings a point that I'm wondering where baseball is going, Glenn. The traditional manager, as we like to understand it, Glenn, both you and I, we want a manager who's got hands-on what's going on. He's making out the lineup card. He's the one deciding who goes to the bullpen. He's the one that's got the pulse on the club on what needs to be done, right?
Yes, but is he going to come with strings like a Mary? Is it going to be somebody's
Here we go.
marionette?
And the front office is going to give him the tools to do what he needs to do to go win games. But it doesn't sound like that's where baseball is heading. Baseball is heading down to where the front office is basically the manager. And the manager is just the figurehead that is sitting in a dugout that actually does the actual action that is being told of him to do. That's what it seems like. And I hate it. What's the point of having a freaking manager anymore if that's all it is? I just don't want a guy standing there just being what? I don't know. And
let me ask you, Eric. Let's go to the chat.
I don't like it.
Mike Schilt is out of a job because he sucked like Melvin. Well, I think that is totally off course. And Eric, I would rather have right now, today, announcement, Mike Schilt is the new manager of the Giants. Thank you.
Yeah, but the thing is, okay, Mike Schilt has issues, though, right?
When he coaches, Eric, he takes his team to the playoffs.
Yeah, but here's the problem. There's been reports that he rides his coaches hard. He's a totalitarian, if you want to say, in the dugout, and it rubs people the wrong way. I mean, the guy is like 57 years old, and he looks older than freaking 70. I mean, he's worn, and for whatever reason, whatever. But it's not because Mike Schilt sucks. He didn't suck, right? No. I thought he did okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, like you said, he's led his club to the playoffs. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know how you could say he sucks once you get into the playoffs. Look, I mean, hey, what are you going to do? I don't know.
See, Greg, listen, Posey knows what the club needs, knows the park, knows what it takes to win there. Chill, guys. Trust the process. If it blows up, then they pivot. That's the problem, Eric. They are not in a situation right now. I told you last week, Lou agreed. I think you agreed. This is a decision that Buster Posey's got to make, and he's got to live with. If this doesn't work, Buster Posey better not be around for the next hiring.
I'll tell you what.
He better not be in charge of making the next hiring if it doesn't work. Because it's a win now, there, Buster, and they don't win, and you got to move to another manager. Well, then it's time to move to another GM.
Okay, listen to this, and Glenn, you're saying some truth here, because I've said all along that this hire is going to be one of the most important decisions that Buster Posey's going to make.
It's one of the most important decisions going back to the late 50s, Eric.
Hold on. Lord. This club has been in flux for quite a while. We've gone through numerous GMs and Pobos. We've gone through numerous managers. We have not yet had any kind of consistency for a certain amount of time. The only consistency that we've had recently has been Farhan and Kapler. And how did that shit work out? It didn't. Both of those guys were outside the organization. Both guys were supposed to be the future of baseball. And how did that shit work out? It didn't work out. Okay. Now we're going to try to now it's the Buster Posey era, and he's going to have to go out there and make some decisions that are going to be part of this organization for quite some time. And I hope that he hits, because the last thing we need to do, Tom, to your point, is to pivot again. We've been pivoting for the last couple of years, man, and I'm tired of pivoting. How about we get a system in place that's all about winning baseball? That's it.
Let me throw something at you here, Eric, that you have forgotten about. If Buster Posey hires Vitello, then you've got a manager with no professional experience.
None.
Below a general manager with no professional experience. Player of baseball operation, whatever the hell you want to call him. He's the decision maker, so I call him the GM. You got Posey hiring another. You got Posey in there who hasn't had any experience, hiring a guy with no experience, Eric. That does not bode well for me. Think about it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. And I don't know. Oh, senior. Oh, this is a possibility. I have a feeling Vitello won't want to come to San Francisco. This team isn't very good with an aging core. It's not a great situation. Vitello would probably want a younger team without so many big contracts. It's possible.
I don't agree with that, because Eric, if
every team has a big contract.
If he's got a chance to go to the San Francisco Giants and become a major league manager, Eric, with no freaking experience, he's going to take it. He's like, I didn't have to work for it. I'll just take it. I'll take it, Eric. And you know, a guy like him with his track record at the college level. So if it doesn't work out, Eric, he'll be coaching at Baylor or Stanford. Dude, somebody will give him a job. He's not going to turn down a job.
Let's talk about this. Let's not forget that Tennessee is paying him quite a handsome sum to be the manager of a college team. $3 million, right?
And he's under contract, so he's not strong-arming anybody.
And here's the thing, right? This has nothing to do with money, but it has to do with expectations. If the Giants want to hire Tony Vitello, they have to pay off that $3 million contract. There's a buyout. He has a buyout of $3 million. So the Giants would have to pay that and then pay him whatever they want to pay him to be an MLB manager. And I'm guessing it's going to be more than $3 million. Okay. Not a big deal. But here's the thing. MLB managers don't get paid a whole hell of a lot of money. They just don't. And if you're going to pay him like $5 million, you're paying Vitello one of the top, you're one of the highest paid managers in the game, and the guy has absolutely no MLB experience. So what you're doing is now you're setting the bar you're putting expectations on top of Vitello that were maybe a little bit too much, right? And I don't get it. I'd rather go look if Buster Posey is all about winning now and wanting to go to the playoffs, then get a tried and true guy that has some experience. Age shouldn't matter. Within the organization shouldn't matter. Get the best man for the job. That's all I ask. The best man for the job. What is so difficult about finding the best man for the job to achieve your stated goals? Look, if you're rebuilding, okay, that makes sense.
Yes. But Buster said, right? So Buster again contradicting himself. Buster says he wants to win now. So this managerial move, if hired, does not make sense. And Eric, San Francisco Giants are going to offer Vitello big bucks, according to Mr. Postman. Why does you offer big bucks to a guy
who deserves big bucks?
You know who gets big bucks? Vladdy. Why? Because he's produced. Judge, why? Because he's produced. Vitello, why? I don't know, because he's a good-looking guy coaching college ball, Eric. I don't have an answer for that one. Why would you throw big money at Vitello? To lure him from Tennessee. Ooh.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Again, I think everybody's jumping on some kind of a bandwagon, Eric, that I haven't even seen roll by Walnut Grove yet. I don't know.
I don't know. And look, and there's some people that are absolutely excited. That's fine. Hey, you're excited about his energy, okay? But guess what? This isn't prep baseball. This isn't college baseball. This is the major leagues, man. That's all I'm saying. There, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And NorCal, and really the Giants have the money to do it, NorCal. The issue is if you're going to make him the one of the most highly paid managers, That's a lot of expectation that's be put
Yes.
on top of his shoulders.
Yes.
Well,
Eric, let's
I
go
don't
back.
know,
Let's
man.
pop up a few more here. I don't think $3 million is the concern. Okay.
It's not the money. It's not the
If
money.
the Giants want him, they'll pay him whatever it takes. So my question now to Insane, and I'll throw it to you, Eric. We're bouncing back and forth here. If the Giants want him, they'll pay him whatever it takes. So let me ask you, Eric, why do they want him?
And here's the thing.
That's the question we should be asking.
And here's
why do
another
they
thing.
want him? What is the lure of this guy?
Let's talk about this. Do we even know that this is going to happen? We don't know. We don't know.
I don't get it.
Oh, that's good. Hey, Rob, I like this. Rob, great point. Every time Buster has been asked what he's looking for, he said someone who inspires, someone who is obsessed with day-to-day. Maybe Vitello brings that to the table. I'm neutral. That's fair. Okay, I'll tell you what, Rob, and here's another thing. But does that fly kind of in the face of always saying, I want to win? Look, and that's fine. I'm all for that. I want to go to the playoffs, and I agree with that. But how do you get that done with someone who's absolutely never had any type of MLB experience? I mean, to me, it seems of an awfully big act. I'm not saying that it can't be done. I'm just saying it just seems like I think we could go in a better direction at this particular time in the timeline of the San Francisco Giants.
What was it? Win now? It doesn't the math doesn't work for me, Eric.
Oh. Yeah, see? Yeah. That's all I'm at. I'm not asking. Look, I'm not asking for some magical freaking manager who has 20 years of experience. That's not what I'm asking. I'm just saying I want some guy who understands what it takes to either coach or manage at the MLB level. That's it.
You know what? A lot of the people in chat are commenting, Eric, calm down. Buster knows what he's doing. Buster. Listen, don't forget, Buster took over this team, and there was still a fourth place team that didn't make the playoffs, Eric. So if this doesn't work, again, I reiterate, if this doesn't work and they have to go start to look for another manager,
that's the
Buster's
thing,
gotta go
man.
too.
I don't like that. That's the thing. We got to get some consistency. We got to get.
If you hire him, he's got to stay, but he's got to produce.
Yeah. Right.
So if this doesn't work out, where will these people be? If it's the All-Star break next year, Eric, and we're 9 games under, what the hell are we talking about then?
And there we go. And that's a bigger question, guys. For those of you who want Vitello, and look, it could be for either manager. If Vitello finishes next year's season, if it's him, if it's Vitello, and they finish 81-81 next year, is that a victory? Is that something that Buster Posey is looking for? I don't think so. But again, we don't know. We're talking about the future, and we have no idea what the status of the roster is going to be. There's a lot of stuff going on. So
yeah. Hey, Eric. Yeah, you know what? Give Posey lots of time, Eric. He's a Hall of Famer. He hasn't been a Pobo before manager. You know what? So just, hey, he knows what he's doing. I'm still not in on Buster Posey, Eric.
No, look.
He hasn't produced yet. What?
Hold on.
He hasn't won yet.
It's his first year, so I'm okay with that. I want to see what he does this year. Now, that being said,
everybody talks him up like he's
hold on.
Connie Mack out there, Eric.
Right, I get it. And there's a little bit of overhype. I get it.
Oh, favoritism is just starting to.
But I would say in his first year, he's had to navigate quite a bit of things, and I think he had a good first year. Now, that being said, if he goes out and hires someone like Vitello, I can't get on board with that. That's just me. Look, am I still going to root for the Giants? Absolutely. But for me, there's something about that just doesn't sit with me, man. And I don't know what it is.
But again, Eric, hey, the same thing can be said for Buster Posey. If it's all about win now, it's not, well, give him lots of time, Eric. Well, I thought it was win now. Is it win now or win later? Or we can win later because it's Buster, but I don't get it, Eric. I mean, pick the infamous pick a lane and stay in it. Are we winning next year? Well, if we don't, then something's got to happen.
Well,
Something's got to
more.
the hammer's got to drop again, Eric.
And here's another thing. This is something else that could be bandied about. Can Tony Vitello attract fewer free agents this offseason? A potential free agent who wants to sign with the San Francisco Giants, are they going to look at the manager and go, yep, I want to go to San Francisco? Because you got to remember, yes, Buster Posey has an effect. Don't get me wrong. He could get people to sign with the Giants. But the person that but the potential free agent is going to be daily dealing with the manager. Does this detour, right? Or does it create a situation where free agents are like, I don't know who this guy is. Do I want to deal with this guy? I mean, I don't know. I mean, is it unfair? Maybe it is. I'm just saying, if they feel like there's something, hey, this guy's a novice and I don't know what this is going to be like if I go play for the San Francisco Giants, that could hamper the Giants trying to sign free agents. Maybe. I don't know.
All right, Eric, we were talking about it earlier, you and I. Glenn, I don't know why this means it's not win now. Well, did you know, Cole, that Vitello stands squarely? I mean, Eric, I thought you and I a week ago would have said, we got to get a right fielder. Well, not according to Vitello. Oh, my God, Drew Gilbert is the second coming, Eric. He's the second coming. So all of a sudden, is it going to be his guys that we got to live with? Is going to be a raw? You say, oh, rah doesn't hurt. If he is a rah guy who wants to play his rah players and chewing on jerseys, that doesn't work for me, Eric. Get me a goddamn right fielder. Get me a good second baseman. Let's build this team and not have to play Vitello's boys. If it's going to be, playing favoritism to his boys, then this is not going to work, Eric. You must have heard that. He thinks Drew Gilbert's the greatest. Just simply.
Yeah, I think they said something to the effect that that's the best.
What happens next year? Vitello's hired, Eric, and opening day, there's your Drew Gilbert in right field. Are you going, where's our right fielder? Where's our right fielder? Or do you come in like the chat and say, well, Buster knows what he's doing? I don't know. Come on.
I don't know, man. That's a fact. But do the Giants do that? Do the Giants do the same thing that Steve Cohen does? Not really. Just saying. That could be totally off, man.
Yeah, and if Drew Gilbert's your right fielder opening day next year, then that really shows you the lack of understanding Buster Posey has of building a winning team, Eric. Drew Gilbert is not winning material, Eric. He's not going to lead this team. He can't hit. He didn't hit at the major league level, Eric. I don't like what I said. Do you like what you've seen? Am I on the one man rocket ship here, Eric?
I haven't been impressed. Look, he plays a fantastic defense, right? But
enough with the Drew Gilberts and listen, Matos gotta go. You're giving him a shot. Stop with the get me players, Eric. Get me MLB quality players, Eric. Come on. And this is the damn reason why I'm watching the Toronto Blue Jays wear my Jays hat, Eric, and the Giants aren't in the playoffs. The Jays have guys who can hit.
They do.
And we don't.
They do. That is a fact.
Come on. My God, it's not even the postseason. I mean, the playoffs are still going on, and we're getting wound up over who's playing next year, Eric.
Marcatna wants Tony Vitello. Okay, fair. Let's do it. Hey,
okay, wait a second, Eric.
Hold on.
Whoa.
Putting out a poll.
Again, whoa. Marcatna, you want Tony Vitello to be the manager?
That's fine.
Why?
Hey,
why?
Fine.
Tell me right now. Why? What does he bring that makes him the leading candidate? Why Tony Vitello over everybody else? Marcatna, I don't hear you. Where are you? Come on. Why Tony Vitello? Why? See, that ridiculous answers, Eric. Ridiculous. Why, Eric? Hype train.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
I agree. Hype train. Let's hire everybody based on hype, Eric. Let's play. There's a lot of hype around Drew Gilbert. Let's play him in right field, Eric. Let's hire a manager. Hype. Yeah, everybody say opening day. It's pom-pom day. Opening day. Everybody gets a set of pom-poms. You can go hype, cheer. Frig. Come on.
Here we go. We'll see. All right. Got the poll is out there. I'm interested to see what people have to say. We got 9 votes, 13 votes, 14 votes. All right. Here we go. All right. Let's see what happens.
Who got me Jung Hoo? Glenn, they got you Devers, Chapman, and Jung Hoo and Adames. What more do you want? I don't want Chapman. Didn't really want Adames. Jung Hoo, he's not that good. Jung Hoo is in the bottom percentile of center fielders in all of Major League Baseball, Eric. He's in like the 20th. He's like 20%. He can't field. And I was one of the guys I was cheering him on, Eric. But I looked at his numbers. I looked at the depth chart. I looked at the specific breakdown. Jung Hoo Lee really sucks, Eric.
He doesn't really suck. He's okay. That was his rookie
year. His defensive numbers are the worst.
Yeah, it could be better. He probably should be in a corner outfield spot.
If you look at his numbers side by side, we'll do it some night, Eric. Let's just do it some night. If you bring up his defensive numbers against Ramos, and we've had our beefs about Ramos out there. He makes Ramos look like the perennial Gold Glove winner. So they got Devers. They didn't really go out and get him. They just took out. Nobody was willing to take on the contract. That was not this big worked out deal. We didn't give up anything. We just took on a contract to get Devers. Chapman, what the hell are you signing Chapman? I mean, guy's going to have a walker soon. You got to buy him new tennis balls to get onto the field, with that walker, Eric. Jung Hoo Lee, terrible in center field. And Adames, it's not the guy I wanted anyway. So, senior, I didn't want any of them. Devers I'll take, though. Devers,
Chapman is one of the best third basemen, right? Is his bat, can it be better? Yes. Adames, pretty decent shortstop. Could his bat be a little bit better? He's got the power, but would we like to see him make a little bit more contact? Yes. Jung Hoo Lee had a rookie season last year, batted 260 something. That's okay. Could his defense be a little bit better? Yes. Devers is awesome. Fantastic player. I'm okay with all those guys. I'm not worried about it. Not worried about it. JB says, so negative. I just don't like it, man. Hey, that's me, man. Hey, you know how I am, JB. I tell it how I feel. If it's negative, it's negative. Hey, it's just the way I am, man. But I've also been on here, and I've defended the Giants quite often. Quite often, JB. I think you know that. I just don't like the potential hire. That's just me. All right, let's go.
Morkatna. He understands how to develop players and can bring the best out of the team. I didn't know that, Eric, because I never even heard of him. So he can't be doing that great. I've never heard of him. Really. He's a winner, Eric. He's a winner. He's made Tennessee a winner, and he has fire. Well, I've never seen him manage, Eric, so I can't really respond to that. Morkatna is the minor league guru. He knows college ball better than us, so I'll give him that. Time to do something fresh, since what we are doing now isn't working. All right, there's the response from Morkatna. I guess he knows more about him than you and I do, Eric. He's done his homework, I guess. I don't know.
Those are intangibles. I get it. But does that, Morkatna, let me ask you, does that play in an MLB clubhouse? It plays at the college level. I get it. I understand it.
Cole.
Hold on.
Cole. Clearly doesn't watch college. Who watches college baseball regularly, Eric? How many college ball games have you watched in the last 5 years, Eric?
Well,
exactly.
I take it back. I went and saw junior college baseball twice last year.
Ooh.
Okay. But hold on.
Eric, I got to give you an award.
Hold on.
I congratulate you.
Look, I understand everyone talks. Baseball has been played a certain way for 150 years, right? Everyone understands how baseball is played. You can't outsmart the game. You
No.
just can't
The
outsmart.
Giants have tried.
Look, you can't outsmart the game. You go out there and you play baseball. If you got the talent, you're going to go far. If you don't, you don't.
Right.
Right?
You can't compare college football and
has to-
NFL.
The
You can't-
manager has to be able to make the right moves to go out there and win each game. Okay. And yes, to a certain extent, you have to have the right attitude and you got to be able to motivate the guys. I get it. But when it's at the MLB level, does that rah stuff translate to an MLB clubhouse? It's different. You're not coaching 18 to 22-year-olds. You're leading grown men who are getting paid millions of dollars. It's different. It just is. Can he be able to do that without having any experience whatsoever of what that is like? That's all I'm saying. I could be totally wrong. He could come out here and win 100 games for the San Francisco Giants. And I hope he does if he's the guy. I just have my reservations. That's it. Period. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
There you go.
Let's
Good
see
job.
what happens.
Good job.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see what everybody has to say if we miss the playoffs next year under him. If he's hired and we miss the playoffs, then what say you?
There are more managers with MLB experience who have failed than succeeded. Oh, I understand that, but I'll take experience every single day. I'll tell you what. Hey, you know what I did last night, Glenn? I broached a question to one.
Oh, you were on last night? I didn't know.
No. I broached a question on Twitter
Oh, okay.
to the one and only Big Nick Turturro,
Ooh.
and he responded back to me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, how about
Hope you
that?
send him the link.
How about that? No.
Oh, you got to send him the link.
Yeah. Let's take a gander of what Big Nick had to say.
Take a peek. Let's take a peek into that, Eric.
Take a peek. Hold
No.
on. No, I gotta go find it. I was busy on Twitter today. Had nothing to do with
You had
baseball.
Twitter fingers too? Okay.
Dude. No, it had nothing to do. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Ask him a
This is
question.
a mistake. This is a mistake. It's 1 year, Eric. No, this has got to be
It's
a
not.
long-term hire, Eric.
It's not going to be for 1 year. He's not going to leave Tennessee for 1 year. It's not going to happen. All right. So what did I ask him last night? I have a baseball question for Big at Nick Turturro. I'm a longtime SF Giants fan. Like to hear your opinion about a potential hiring of a Tennessee manager to become the Giants' new manager. Do you like the idea of hiring a manager with zero MLB experience, whether it's coaching or managing? Will a rah-rah attitude work in an MLB clubhouse? I have my reservations, Nick. I hope I'm wrong.
What did Nick have to say or yell back to you?
It depends. Again, he responded back to me, which was very kind of him. It depends if he's a good baseball mind and not necessarily MLB, but he has to have some experience around the game because you just can't step into the big leagues without nothing or no experience.
True, and that's what you'd be asking.
That's all. And that's all I'm saying. I just want somebody with experience. That's it. Look, that's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. That was cool.
So Vitello basically agrees. This doesn't look good on paper.
Yeah, and this could be something. An experienced bench coach could see Vitello's transition into the MLB. That is a fact. I would not be opposed if they're able to get a bench coach that has that said experience. Then I think you're cooking with some gas there. I would agree with that. I have no reservations with that. But is that that's the thing? Here we go. Is Vitello going to hire his bench coach, or is Buster Posey going to say, Vitello, even though you're going to be one of the most highly paid managers in the game, we're going to tell you who your bench coach is? A little weird, no? A little weird?
I think we just have to see how it plays out and stop jumping to conclusions when nothing has happened
absolutely.
yet. But in saying you're the one who started this whole conversation back about 600 messages ago saying, you hear the news, Eric? Do you hear the news? Let's talk about it. Apparently he's got next 48 hours, Eric. Geez, he's changing his tune. There it is. Look.
Hold on. Cole
Jeez.
Alvarez will be. Why would he do that? He's a bench coach in Cleveland. Why would he
And
come
Eric,
over here? Hold on. Cole, why would Alvarez come be a bench coach when he's already a bench coach in Cleveland?
And why would you bring in a guy with no experience who then has to go, I'm gonna fill all the other roles with guys with experience because I don't know what I'm doing. That ain't gonna happen either, Eric. He's gonna get his guys, young guys. Eric, if you
Exactly,
open this
Rob.
up, there'll be more guys with no experience coaching next year.
Yeah. I tell you, for me, who would I like? I've already told you. I like Ron Wotus, but he's probably not going to be it.
There you go.
What's wrong with
be
Brandon
good.
Hyde? What's wrong with David Ross? I don't know if he's even interviewed. What's wrong with David Ross? Where's all the people talking about Mark DeRosa? There was a bunch of people talking about Mark DeRosa. All of a sudden, that guy is out the window.
It's easy to get pissed at. Holy jeez.
I mean, they interviewed Vance Wilson, the former who's currently the third base coach of the Kansas City Royals, right? They interviewed Kurt Suzuki. They've interviewed Hundley, who turned him down. How's that going to look? What if Hundley decides to take the job in San Diego? What does that say? That's going to be a little bit weird. But again, to the point, we don't know who it's going to be. We don't know. We just don't know who it's going to be. Maybe we find out Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. If we don't find out in that time frame, it ain't going to get announced until after the World Series. No, that's not the point, JB. The point is, the reason why I bring up the Hundley is because everybody and their brother was high on Hundley. He spurned the Giants. He said he does not want to be the manager for the San Francisco Giants. But then he decides to take the job in San Diego. Does that not play a little bit of weirdness on why? No? He says
it automatically tells me that Hundley thinks he's in a much better position to win now.
Now, he said personal matter. He lives in San Diego, so maybe his family don't want to uproot from San Diego. Maybe,
or just don't want to live in San Francisco. Maybe, Eric.
But I'm just saying, it just seems a little. Padres are a shit show, says RJ.
I would say the Giants are a shit show in a way too, Eric. I mean, we got no manager. People are critical on who we. You know what? No matter who we hire as manager, there's going to be a lot of people going, wow, this sucks.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
Being the manager of the San Francisco Giants right now, Eric, is really a no-win situation. It really isn't.
Tell you what. There's one guarantee. San Francisco Giants fans, you guys are going to be very entertained, whether in a good way or a bad way, because there's going to be a lot of news dropping over the offseason. It's going to be about the manager, the coaching, the players that we may or may not sign in the offseason. It's going to be a huge offseason, guys. It really is. So get ready for it. If you're San Francisco Giants fans, there's going to be constant chatter and actual moves that are going to be taking place this offseason.
I agree with Taylor Rogers' glove. It's a win for Vitello if he gets the next managerial job here. If he does well, good for him, blah, 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 about money. If he stinks, he can easily go back to college and dominate again. I agree totally with everything he said there, Eric.
100%.
I agree.
100%.
But if you're hiring a guy and, oh my God, Eric, if it doesn't work out, it should be, they got to hire their next manager for what? Eric, I'm saying 3 to 5 year contract.
3 years. Usually you don't go long enough. I think Greg Counsell, he got 5, but Greg Counsell was already a manager.
Exactly.
With the Milwaukee Brewers, right?
Exactly, Eric.
How do you, I don't know how you sign, whatever. I'm done. I'm not going to keep going over it because I don't know how you sign a long-term contract to a guy who hasn't done it, who may or may not be able to succeed. We don't know. It's a big freaking question mark, Glenn. I don't know. I can't sit here and answer the question saying, hey, we know his work because he played for this professional team. We don't know.
Let me just throw out a name that nobody here will know or understand, Eric, but maybe you will. If tomorrow I tell you that I'm filling the morning man role on my rock station tomorrow, Eric, should I give it to Dave Patrician? I want to boost the ratings, and that guy is good, and he's got 15 years experience, and he can step in tomorrow morning and do the job. Or Eric, there's this hot commodity everybody's looking at in college, and apparently he's really good. what do I do, Eric? I'm going with Dave Patrician, the guy I know gets the job done. Not, well, I hope if I go to the college route, well, they say he's good. Maybe it'll work. Again, this goes back to last year's offseason, Eric. A lot of maybes. Could be's. Might be's. We're right back where we started last year in the offseason, Eric. We were going to enter this year. Well, maybe. Could be.
D-Shot, we came here for answers, damn it.
You want answers? You can't handle the truth.
Seems like a lot of people can, Eric.
Look, man, we're just okay. Look, it's not about Tom. It's not about being right or wrong. It's our own. This is how I feel. It's how Glenn feels. It's how you feel, Tom. And we could all be right. We could all be wrong. Who cares, though? Right? Does it matter? I'm just talking baseball. And I'm just telling you, as a San Francisco Giants fan, I just want someone that has done it before. That's all. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I want my team to win. I want to, when I'm sitting down in front of the damn TV tomorrow, I want to see the damn San Francisco Giants. I don't want to watch the Los Angeles Dodgers. I don't want to watch the Milwaukee Brewers. I don't want to watch the Philadelphia Phillies. I want to watch the San Francisco Giants. And I want the Giants to make the decisions that's going to bring me that, whether it's the players, which is the most important part, because that's what's going to lead you to the promised land. But I also want a guy who's going to lead the team, man. That's what I want. We got too much craziness going on. We had 4 years of Kapler. What did that get us? Right? Nothing. We had 2 years of Melvin. What did that get us? Nothing. I'm tired of it. I want someone that is going to lead this team. Right?
Yeah, and like they say, Eric, last comment there, we're a 500 team at best. We're a 500 team. So make a bold move. If it works, it works. And if it don't, well, we'll still suck. So why not?
Right on, Tom. Hey, Tom's a good guy, man. I like him. He's always in here. I love kicking it around, man. I love kicking it around. Ooh. What's more anti-Dodgers than leading off with Chandler Simpson at third and King and lead off the infield? Ooh. Hey, we talked about that. If the Giants could somehow swindle Chandler Simpson.
Don't jump on my bandwagon. I've been saying that now since the fantasy draft last year. I said, God, he looked good in San Francisco.
That guy is dynamic.
And Ernie Clement. I've been saying him.
Ernie Clement. Unfortunately, he's not going to be a free agent for a while, so they got him locked up. Yeah.
Right.
But my God, same thing with Chandler Simpson. But if Tampa Bay is looking to, oh man, dude, that guy, he's something. Senior's asking, Glenn, who would you like to see as manager? Edgar, right?
Who would I like to see as manager? Who do I think is the best guy for the job right now, Eric?
I don't know. There could be someone out there.
I think it's the guy everybody thinks going to Atlanta, that guy from MLB Network.
DeRosa?
Yeah, Mark DeRosa.
DeRosa, huh?
You want a leader? There's your leader. You want a guy who's got major league experience? There's your major league experience. You want to be ballsy? You go get him because he has some background. The guy, this is going to be really brass balls, dude. This guy's got no experience, Eric. It's a guy with no experience hiring a guy with no experience.
How about this?
Yeah, this is going to work, Eric. Yeah, this will work.
I kind of talked about this the other day. Albert Pujols, right? Looks like he's going to get interviewed by the Orioles. We talked about that on the show the last time we were on. Would you be opposed on Albert potentially being a Giants manager?
Where's he been managing?
Oh, look at that. Experience. Life's a risk.
Well, then why did we go out and sign why did we sign Chapman to a 6-year contract, Eric? I thought he had experience there at third.
That was a risk. That's a risk.
You know what?
Bill Mel and Krapler had experience. That's true. No, there's no doubt.
Hey,
I get it. No, there's facts to what they're saying as far as does experience, does that automatically say that, hey, you're going to go to the promised land? No, I'm just saying I would err on the side of experience.
No, but I'm leaning more toward that effort.
Every time. Now, you got to get the right person, of course, right? Look, was Kapler my first choice? I want to be the damn Giants manager? No. He got ran out of Philadelphia. No. But whatever. It is what it is. Let's get the hell out of here.
Eric, what happens if they hire a new Santa Claus and he misses a few houses along the way? People will be pissed. People will be pissed. A guy with no experience, Eric. There'll be room for error. That's all I'm saying.
All right, let's get the hell out of here.
Here's my quote of the year.
Guess what,
That's my quote of the night. What's that? You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
We're going to go for games. We're going to Oh, Houston got a problem. Good God.
Okay.
Tomorrow is a game 7.
Yes.
Game 7, Glenn. Who is going to go face the Los Angeles Dodgers in the 2025 World Series? Is it going to be the Toronto Purple Jays, or will it be the Seattle Mariners? What say you guys out there? Let's hear
baseball knowledge, Eric.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Who
is it going to be? Who is it going to be, guys? In the chat. Let me see you. Type it real quick before you get out of here. Come on. Charlie, is it going to be the Blue Jays, or is it going to be the Mariners?
Yeah.
And
he's asking you, what about you, Eric? Charlie wants to know, what about you?
Blue Jays. 38 votes, 58% say yes to Tony.
Charlie knows.
42% say no to
it's going to be Blue Jays.
Tony. Tony talk is now over. I'm pretty sure it's going to be back again tomorrow.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoever beats the Dodgers, I don't give a shit.
Listen, Eric. Let me just warn the guys in the chat tomorrow night. Don't come in high and mighty on your old managerial talk, because I'm going to be talking about game freaking 7 tomorrow night.
Yeah, buddy. That's going to be awesome. Looking forward to that.
People start throwing out crap about hiring managers. I'll just delete.
Oh, it's going to be, that's the talk people want to talk about it, because that means something to San Francisco Giants fans.
And did we get
no manager. Oh. Yep. I think I got them all.
And we got to that one.
Yep.
So we got Fuji and JB. Thank you for your humble donations to the show tonight. Some guys out there cheering us on. Eric, donating to the show.
All right, let's do this again.
Appreciate
it. Guys, it was fun. We all have our feelings on the direction of the Giants, but we all want the one thing, and that's to be freaking winners. I want to see Giants postseason baseball next year. Damn it.
And we're not winning with Drew Gilbert. Sorry.
Okay, guys. Back tomorrow. Games.
Eric's all excited about the game. You can't. Eric, holy cow! Eric is so excited.
My God, I'm dying.
Holy cow!
Look at that.
He's ready for tomorrow night. He's ready for tomorrow night.
Let's get out of here. Game 7 tomorrow. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.